Coach, on your left.
Coach, I'll ask you the same question. I know you don't like to see the 20 turnovers, but it seemed like a lot of them were unforced. It seemed like they handled the press fairly well, at least from the eye test.
I thought so. I thought Frank and Devante both did a great job. I thought Wayne did a good job inbounding the ball. It seemed like to me there was numerous times where the count was probably to 4, and we still got the ball in. And of course, you know, they're going to turn you over. I mean, I think if you told me we'd have 14, I'd probably been okay. We'll take that, but we had more than that. But a lot of them were us. I mean, I thought early we handled the press good, but then when we got numbers, we screwed up numbers. I mean, we were behind 6-0, and I told our guys we should be ahead 8-6. I mean, because I think we threw one lob over the backboard or something. I mean, it was not very good. But you know, we flirted with the 10-second call a couple of times, but for the most part, I thought our guys attacked it pretty good and was able to basically play through the traps.
Okay, on the front row.
Coach, I think earlier this week you had said that the purpose of a tournament like this is you want to play well enough this week to prepare you to win next week. In what ways do you feel like this tournament has prepared you to win the big tournament?
Well, I don't know that there's any, I mean, I like to say there's a lot of correlation between success this weekend and success next weekend, but I'm not sure there is. We've lost over here we lost in the first round in the tournament a few years ago with Baylor, and went to the Sweet 16, and we lost, you know, last year in the finals, and ended up, you know, exiting early, and then we won it and advanced and won it and not advanced. So I don't know that it's any perfect deal, but I do think that with our guys, we've been on kind of a high here with momentum, you know, in the last 6 weeks or so, and something that we certainly didn't want to lose or you know, fight to have to get back. So I think our guys should be confident going into the weekend.
Now on Coach's right.
Bill, can you talk about the maturation of Devante from when he came on campus to where he is today, and just the attributes you saw of him while you were recruiting him?
Well, you know, we got lucky recruiting him. The story's pretty well known. Signed with Appalachian State and didn't go, went to prep school and didn't get released. If he'd been released, we would have never got him. So he didn't get released until the spring. So we weren't behind by recruiting. If he got released earlier, we would have been behind because we'd already had 2 point guards in our program. So we decided to try hard on him, and we got lucky. You know, he's been well coached, well drilled, and we knew he'd be good. When he visited, I told him, I said, you'll own this place. You come in and just try hard and act right, and because I love his personality as much as any kid we've ever had. And I think that's accurate. I mean, he's playing well, but his mindset, his attitude, I mean, he's one of those guys that, you know, actually looks forward to getting up and going to class and just being a kid. I mean, it's not one of these things, oh, we got to do this again. It's one of these things, we get to do this again. And his attitude is just a 10, and I think it's rubbed off on others.
Okay, let's move back to the left.
Coach, what differences do you see in your team now from the first 2 times you played West Virginia this season?
Well, I don't know. You know, the first time we were a tired team. We were duds. And I don't know that we've changed a ton other than the fact we're playing more consistent. Our roles have been defined better. We're spreading the wealth a little bit more. We've had 4 players that have actually carried us big time in big games, and then of course Landon's been an anchor inside for us. So we're just a better team. But I don't know that there's any one thing that you would just put on that.
Okay, extreme left.
The question was answered.
Okay. Any other questions for Coach, or I will move back, midway back?
You mentioned the 6-week run you guys have been on. Does this compare to any other team that you've coached? Just the momentum and how long you've been on?
You know, when I can't remember them all, but you know, we were on a serious momentum roll in 6, 7, and 8. Obviously, I mean, I think win 12 of our last 13, didn't get a piece of it in 6, and in 7 we were 2, and we were 1 seed. In 8 we were 1 seed. So we were on pretty good rolls going into it, but And there's been other years we've been on rolls. You know, we were the #1 overall seed a year, and a couple other #1s. And I don't know if it exactly equates to guaranteed success, but you know, if our guys can keep playing loose and free, but still with the purpose, I would think that would give us a much better chance to